Welcome to my channel again, and today I'm gonna do something a little bit different. Today we're gonna analyze the Toyota Supra. I know there's a lot of things being said about the car and that it has the plan of a BMW and so forth and so on. I don't really care about that. For me it's the looks. I'm a sort of car designer. I designed race cars and electric cars and that sort of stuff. Um, and to me, it's really about the outside. And so what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to make it a three-part video where first of all I'm going to analyze the MK4 Supra and MK5 Supra, and then secondly I'm going to put my money where my mouth is, and I'm going to redesign the Toyota Supra. So I'm just going to do some do some sketching and that sort of stuff, and just make an actual comparison on scale to what the Toyota Supra could have been, in my opinion. And then lastly, what I'm going to do is make a final render of the design that I came up with, and that will be the third episode. That's my guess for now. So if you have been looking in to my introduction video, you might have seen this race car passing by and some designs of cars which I have been passing by in the introduction of this video as well. This is because as an internship I designed for Zeker sports cars in the Netherlands, the Zeker Rapex and the Zeker Sniper. These are two race cars specifically built for racing, but these are budget race cars. About 100 or so are sold worldwide, and they race all over, and it's one of the projects that I did. Don't get me wrong, I did a lot more projects, but due to confidentiality I cannot share those projects. I know my way around it. I have been teaching automotive design for several years at the University of Rotterdam. I'm no newbie when it comes to car design. Of course, everyone has his own opinion, his own style, his own design, which they like. I'm more of a traditional designer, as you can see from the way I do my designs, and also the way I like the lines of a car. And I'm just going to give you my opinion, and I'm going to try and technically analyze and tell you why, and not just say, okay, it's ugly or it's beautiful. Now I'm going to tell you why. And I hope you don't dislike the Toyota Supra if you do like it right now, but let's get started and let's see what happens. So first of all, about the MK4. Well, as you can see in this picture, I really like it with the front lip on it, and then just basically stock body and with the stock rear spoiler. That's personally the one I like. Of course, for a lot of people like myself, the Toyota Supra was a car that came in the Fast and the Furious really forward, and that's basically why it's becoming or it became such a known car for all car enthusiasts. And of course the engine is also something that's quite a legend. For me, I saw this car when I once was on holiday, and I didn't know what car it was. I think I was 12 years old or something like that at that time. And then the Fast and the Furious movie came out, and I thought, oh, so it's that car. And for me, that's basically how I got to the Toyota Supra. And I think it's a very classy and timeless design, and I really like the big hips, and the placements of the rear lights really do accentuate the big hips when you look from the back. And I think it's an all-round gorgeous design. Toyota is one of those companies that really has a very unique styling to their modern cars, and you either like it or hate it. Personally, I'm not a big fan of it because to me, a lot of these modern days cars, they look like a sticker bomb of design elements, as I like to call it. And what it basically means, to me, it feels like someone designed a mirror, somebody else designed the front light, somebody else designed the rear light, and another guy designed the door handles. And it's just a mismatch of different design elements, and everything is just put together into a car design. And I think the Toyota Supra really is a car like that, and it's sad because the previous model, of course, was a very uniform and well-designed car. And I think that therefore also a lot of older cars like a Mustang or a Jaguar E-Type, these types of cars, they were really designed by what appears to be one person, and that was what you can see in the lines. They're really smooth, really clear, and yeah, and of course there were much less limitations to technology that had to be stuffed in. But anyhow, I mean, the clear lines that you often still see on Audis and Volvos and those cars, people might see them as being boring, but yeah, it's at least a clear design language. So first of all, let's take a look at the front of the new Toyota Supra. To me, the first thing I notice immediately is that it looks like somebody told the designers, okay, this daytime running light is what we are going to use. I don't know how it's going to fit, but you have to make it fit because it's cheap. And they say, okay, yeah, but we've got this Toyota headlight that looks like a Supra headlight, and this thing it doesn't fit. Well, then just let it stick out. That's what it appears like to me. The second thing is like they said, okay, yeah, well, you know the McLaren SLR? I mean, that car has like a Formula One style nose. That's really cool. I want that too. Yeah, but a Supra never. Yeah, man, but it's cool. You know, it's like the body kit for a Honda CRX Del Sol with a F1 style nose cone on it. It's ridiculous in my opinion. And then the next thing I noticed, I saw a YouTuber, he received his car and he started driving and I did a shot on the outside, and I thought, really, did they go on the Wish website and order several of those plastic side diffuser thingies and stick them on the rear bumper and front bumper and on the side? It's why? What were you thinking, Toyota? It's hideous. What the hell? Okay, and then the vents. Come on, guys. You cannot seriously say you like the vents on the front bumper and on top of the hood. I mean, come on. That just, it looks ridiculous. Sorry. And it looks even more ridiculous because of the line that is chosen for the hood. I mean, sorry, Toyota, sorry, but that's just unbelievably ugly and poor judgment on your side, in my opinion. Um, and then, oh man, you have the hydro car, and that has the same ugly ass line that goes from the bottom of the door seal over the hip, and then also makes some sort of air scoop that has to resemble the MK4, I think. But man, it's it's sorry, it's so ugly. I cannot look at it. Sorry. And but I mean, are there positives? Of course there are positives. I mean, if you look at the side view of the car, it really does look like an MK4, only smaller. And if you look at the back, I do like the rear windshield, and I do like the ducktail spoiler and the way the lights come in. But I mean, the lights on itself, I mean, I think they were such, the way the lights were placed in the car and the design of the lights, they were such a real Toyota Supra look. It was something that no other car really had, and still doesn't have. So I think they really missed an opportunity to get the style element of the wide hips with the long lights back into the design. So overall, what's my opinion on the car? Well, if it wasn't clear, I think it's just ridiculously ugly. Sorry, I mean the basic line of the car, where from if you have a silhouette of the car, it resembles an MK4 Supra, but I mean all the wild lines, all the vents on the car, all the ridiculous lines on the side, and all the wild things, it just doesn't feel like a Supra at all, and it feels like a body kit on a car, and it doesn't feel like it's purpose built. Where the MK4 really felt like everything is there for a reason, and this MK4 just feels like somebody did this, somebody else did that, somebody else did that, and voila, this is the as I like to call it, a sticker bomb of design elements. And yeah, that's for me, that's what it is. I mean, it's a sticker bomb of design elements, and it, for me, it doesn't represent a Toyota Supra. Maybe it drives like a Toyota Supra, but I mean, yeah, for me personally, that's not really why I like the Toyota Supra. So no, I think it's a complete fail on the exterior, in my opinion. So this is also why I wanted to do something about it. And also, of course, please know that this is my opinion. If you do not agree with it, it's fine. You know, it's my opinion. Um, so let's start the next video and start designing something.